this website is purely about people purchasing the product. So that's why at the very, very top of my website, it's just got products. That is in Australian dollars, and I actually haven't put down the side here. I sell in the US market, I sell in Canada, I sell in Great Britain, that's Cambodia, that's Indonesia, and there's Thai down there as well. But so what I'm saying is that the website is does not have to be fancy. It just has to be easy and clean to use. I use WordPress and Beaver Builder. You don't have to know, but I use WordPress, Beaver Builder, and Astra as just the platform or the imagery. So the template. That's the word I was looking for. Template. So I do have information along the top here, frequently asked questions and things like that. But the real reality, when I have looked at analytics on the website, people don't bother with those pages. They just purely go to buy the product. That's because I've answered all the questions on social media. So I do have questions, blah, 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 and, who can take it. And then when you click on it, it drops down. It's supposed to drop down straight away. But anyway, that's that. So that's the front side of that. Now, what I wanted to show you, now this is the back side. So this is where, for those that know what you're doing, this is where the money comes in for me. This is my customers. So what you're seeing now is the back of my business. Now, remember when I was downstairs that I said I found customers first. So using Facebook to get them to come across. Now, one of the other steps that's very, very important when setting up online business is that if you have a website, it's to do Google My Business. So you go online on the Google search and go Google My Business. Very, very important. The reason being is that if your business is registered with Google, then Google will rank you on web page searches and things like that. Because we're going to do this, I'm going to finish at 7:30. Is that okay?
Yes.
So I don't want to keep you too long, but what I want to do is to show you that what I said downstairs is true. You can see it here. So number one thing that I did was build the website. Number two thing that I did was use Google My Business to legitimize my website. So that meant that Google and rankings. So down the side here, you got Sitekit. Now Sitekit is a Google engine. And so when I load Google up, now by the way, I've been away from my business for a month now. So I normally go through and do a lot of pre-stuff before I go, but on my dashboard, the internet here is really slow. The dashboard tells me when it loads up through Google who's looked at my page, what device they looked at my page, which country has looked at my page, all this information so I know where to market to. So when it comes up, it's key metrics. So this information, because I Googled my business, Google then tracks my information. This is going very, very slow. So I've been away from driving my business for a month, but I still had 2,300 people look at my website. And most of it is through organic social media. So that means not paid for. So that means that just ads and pictures that I put up on my Facebook page. But direct, that means that people that typed in my number, 100% direct. So, and then 5.2% of the people that went to my website was from paid. Now, I'll show you a little bit later on. I have continuous ads running in the background all the time. So this metric is telling me that I haven't been at my business for a month. Like concentrate doing my website for a month, and in other words, I haven't been focusing on running ads, but I've still had 71% of the 2,300 people came through looking at postings on my Facebook page. Now, just remember that number, 2,300, because I'm going to show you something on Facebook where people get all worried about how many people have liked their page. I don't bother about likes on pages because that doesn't show the trueness of your business. But what I find more interesting, it's through Google. Of course, my business is Google My Business, so very important. Have a website, Google your website. It's very important to have SEO on your website, like for colostrum and everything like that. So, who have looked at my webpage in the last 28 days? 28% is from India. I do zero marketing in India at the moment, but because of ResMax, I'm having people from India look at my website. I've been in the Philippines for the last month, so I've had a real boost of people looking at my website from the Philippines. United States, I have 14%, Thailand, I have 10%, and then 23% is all the other countries. But what that means for you is that if you have your website and you Googled your business, is that you can turn around and go, great, I have people interested in my product in the United States, and if you run a targeted advertising campaign, you know that people there are looking at you. This just gives you an idea of where they're looking at you. The reason why Philippines is so big at the moment is because I'm in the Philippines and people are looking at my website based on my talking around the place. Now, again, like I said, for website, I use WooCommerce, and WooCommerce is the reason why I use it. It has all of the features that you need. It just puts your products up there, how much you're paying for, and a payment system. So currently, I've got I've got 2 orders sitting in my system. Come on, fast forward. Now, so what happens for me is that I'll run a Facebook ad, and I'll show you on social media. I run a Facebook ad. People click on the Shop Now button. It comes across onto my website. They look across now. Numbers are one of those things. I work on the very old principle of 10%, 10%, 10%. If you show the ad to 100,000 people, 10,000 people will go, okay, I'm interested. Out of that 10,000 people, you'll have 1,000 people do something. Out of that 1,000 people do something, you might have 100 people do that. Now, in this room right now, if you had 100 people come to you and say, I want a can of colostrum, you'd probably go, die, to come up with 100 cans of colostrum. But I built up over time. I didn't, I've got sales, and if you have a look there, 900, now this is in Australian dollars, 900, 400, 150, 400, 400, 1,900, 1,900, 1,000. So these are multiple cans that people select and buy at a time. I've got customers in the United States and Canada. So if you have a look down this line here, they buy the cans and they pay for shipping. I don't ship for free overseas. They pay for it. And now you've got to remember this: when you're looking at money overseas, and why I like the American market, in American dollars, the American dollar is strong at the moment. My product is cheap because when you convert 3,000 pesos to American money, they look at it and go, it's only $30 US, and to them that's cheap. So they don't have a problem with the price. We have a problem with the price. They don't, because it's cheap in their money. And in England, it's even cheaper. So because it's shipping overseas, they will buy multiple at a time instead of one. Because they're paying one shipping fee, so they might as well buy multiple. But the same principle works around everything. Now, in Australia, Over time, I started just shipping by myself, but over time, I have a contract with, on my top line here, you can see here, I have a contract with our national postal system, and so they come to me and pick up my boxes now and take them away. So it's very, very easy, but this happens over time. So there's my back office, there's sales that I do. The great sort of thing is,